Evening, people. Welcome back to the channel. Tonight we've got round 5 of Next Gen Racing's team versus team event. We are live from Fuji International Speedway tonight. Is that the right one? Yes, that's the right one. So yes, enduro night tonight. So 50 minutes racing. Let's just go and have a quick look at race settings. They got it set up tonight, so it's a grid start with false check. Damage is on heavy, tyre wear is on ×5, fuel is on ×4. They do start with a full tank tonight then in the enduros. Racing soft tyres, anything between racing softs and racing hards. No, they do have to use, I'm not sure what the rules are actually for the enduros. I'm not sure if they've got to use all 3 tyres or whether it's just a free-for-all on tyres during the enduros. Yeah, no restrictions on liveries. As if you're a regular watcher, you'll have seen Dangly Ball's livery. It's how shall we describe that? Different. Let's just say it's different. Let's have a quick look who's in there. Potter McPot, Dangly Ball, Pav 46, MRC Bobby, F4 Shadow Realm, RV Motorsport, Chrissy Raz not in last week's race, Silver Carter 1987, Perzel 288, Diablo unfortunately having a spin in the second race last week, just losing it on the absolute final turn. He was looking good and then span out, ended up in 5th, so unfortunate for Diablo. Okay, Potter McPot just changed fuel depletion settings to ×2. Chrome Dix also winning out in race 2 last week, and now ×3. Where's he gone now, Chrome Dix? So this young lad, only 13 years old, took the win in race 2 last week in the wet against some of these big stinking blokes here, and probably pretty little Chrissy Raz. She's obviously not a great big stinking bloke. So where were we? Chrissy Raz, Perzel, Diablo, Jambu, MRC Buddy, and Dangly Balls. Yeah, Chrome Dix. Like I say, Chrissy, evening. How you doing? Sorry, no snazzy video. Chrissy put together a nice intro video for me on this particular league. And with the PC, there's just a great gaping hole where my PC used to be at the minute. It's looking pretty poorly down there. So unable to bring you sort of all the pretty pictures and all the snazzy videos and stuff like that, because I am direct via PlayStation 4 tonight. So none of all the snazziness for you lot. I think you've had far too much of it anyway. It's time for you to get back to some plain Jane kind of stuff. It'll be back. It'll be back. I've just got to figure out what's wrong with it. It's been weeks in the fixing and still nothing. It's bizarre. So we will jump on to the qualifying then. Chaos. Chrissy Raz actually first person out on track. So just on the out laps at the minute. Chrissy Raz just staying out of the way, actually, letting a few of these come through. Maybe not wanting to be on camera while she's putting in her first hot lap. Okay, we'll go and have a look at RV Motorsport then. So he didn't have a bad one last week. He was piling the pressure on in second place. And his tyres just let him down at the end. MRC Buddy decided to change the colour of his car this week. He's gone for the full-on chrome effect rather than the light blue chrome he had last week. Chrome Dix in the Z4, say taking the win in race 2 last week. Wow, going to the drift Tron through there. That's not going to do your tyres any good, young man. Potter McPot in 4th position at the minute. Like I say, only he's on even hot laps on the board yet. These are the first of the hot laps. Jambu just tailing Potter McPot, already picked himself up a 1-second penalty. Again, like I say, it's not one of the drivers' favourites, this track. I don't mind it. The last say the last 2 turns probably annoy me, but other than that, it's all pretty good. Change tyres, okay, that's why Chrissy Ross was going slow then. She decided to chuck herself in the pits. So, MRC Bobby 6. Like I say, these aren't hot laps. First of the drivers just coming around the last couple of turns now. RB Motorsport getting it all wrong on the exit there. MRC Buddy coming through, and Chrome Dix as well. Let's see what Buddy's got. The boys rocking the TOR livery. So we are sponsored by Team Oliver Racing tonight. Thank you, Michael and Stuart. In fact, talking about that, I need to send that man a link. No, that's the wrong one. That's Adey Gee stream. Yeah, so we are actually live in 2 lobbies tonight. You are live with the pros tonight, hosted by me, darksmoka, and Adey Gee does the commentary over the pro-am lobby as well. So go check out his channel, give him some love, like and subscribe, and all that sort of stuff. Don't make me come around your house. Lost my own channel. Where's it gone? Here we go. So what did MRC Buddy put in then? I want 38. So we've got some times up on the board then. What did young man Chrome Dix put in? I want 37.8 for Chrome Dix. MRC Bobby, I want 37.8 as well. Diablo on 37.9. So the Z4's performing really well this season. To do with that, I need to send it via messenger to these 2 gentlemen here. Where have you gone? No. Come on. There we go. We have to search for them. Bam and bam. That should do it. Oh, I should send it to that as well, because that's both of them in one. There you go. Right, so I can put that down and get on with flicking through the order again then. So Chrome Dix then on that 137.3. He's just gone a little bit quicker there. A bit of a toe off MRC Buddy. Bobby looking it down that start finish straight. Bobby on a 137.7 then in 2nd place. Jambu in 3rd currently on a 137.8. Tony, where am I? I'm here. I'm in the UK, if that helps. I'm in Leicester, UK. MRC Buddy is in 4th at the minute on a 137.8. You're talking about dangling balls, aren't you? That's what you're talking about. Diablo in 5th, Potter 6th. We'll get round to dangly balls. Please, please. Just, it's not my fault about his livery, alright? I'm just telling you that now. Potter McPot in 6th, Pav on a 138 in 7th. Chrissy Raz 9th on a 138.6. Army Motorsport 138.6 in 9th. Shadow Realm on a 139.3 in 10th. Silver Carter getting it wrong through there, 139.4 in 11th. Personal 12th currently on a 139.8, and ready, this, right, not safe for children this ain't. 142.7 for MRC Dangly Ball. Stick with him and see if we can get a close-up of that. Oh, the best. Rear quarters are really the place to see the inimitable figure of Dennis Schuer's naked top half. For some reason, Dangly Balls has decided to chuck that everywhere, absolutely everywhere on that car. All the boys chucking the sponsors' liveries on tonight, so we have got the TOR livery for Team Oliver Racing. We've got the Excite Energy drinks, we've got Thrustmaster, GT Amiga, we've got David Appleby Engineering, and we've got Joyce Designs as well. So a big shout out to all the sponsors of this league, appreciated. So Jambu then putting in a 137.3 while we've been on board with him, sneaky. Chucks himself into pole position. So father and son in the lobby tonight. We've got Jambu and Purzel. We've also got Chrome Dix in second. His, like I say, he's only a little 13-year-old, this guy, and I say little, he might be 6 foot tall, but who knows. He's currently sitting in second. He's only 13, and his dad actually drives in the Pro-Am lobby. So yeah, you can go and catch his dad on Adey Gee's channel if you go and fancy a bit of that. Make sure you come back here though and check out the action. Chromedix looks like he's testing out the drift capabilities, that means. So we're currently holding on to that second then with 137.3. But he's not doing too bad, 137.7 in third. The silver paint obviously working better than the blue last week. We'll see Bobby getting it a bit wrong through there. Pav and Diablo have to take slight evasive action with Bob's car placement. Nothing on Bob at all. Just the way it is. Pav in. Bobby was in 5th. Pav is in 6th. He's in the pits though for a set of boots. So burnt off a bit of that fuel, made that car a little bit lighter. Tyres better that lap time. So Diablo 7th, then 137.9 is his fastest. RV Motorsport in 8th, 138.1. Raz then just coming out of the pits, 138.6. F4 Shadow Realm on a 139.3. Silver Carter's on a 139.4. Dangling Balls in the Eye Bleeder, 139.5. In 11th place, and Perzel down at the back of the pack at the minute in 12th. Let's go and find those drivers up front. Okay, let's go for a lap with Chromedix. If we get a full lap in, I don't know whether we're going to get a full lap in, we'll have a look. So into the final turn, then onto the start-finish straight. Again, quite a long start-finish straight. You may see 1 or 2 overtakes happen down here. Change that camera up, see a bit more of the BMW's interior. So you can see absolutely full tilt down here. Black box you need to be looking out for on the left hand side of this track where you need to be braking, just about there. That's okay, I'll notice what it is now. It's actually a light for the spectators, so around that awkward almost hairpin, down through the little right hand kink. You may see 1 or 2 positions get taken down this straight if people get that first turn wrong. So this awkward little left hander, I'm sure I've got a track map for this somewhere. Through this long right, tightens up slightly on the exit. Just have to be careful not to run it too wide. Hard on the brakes into this left-hand turn. Again, very awkward, can run it out wide over these curbs here. You may see 1 or 2 drivers physically put their cars all the way out on that grass with 2 wheels on the curb. So down this long back straight then. So we left the awkward little kink in. Is the longer version of this track, so it could go straight on there, but they put this little kink in just to change it up a bit. Again, easy to lose it into that hard braking zone. Again, into these off-camber turns at the back of the track. Easy to lose the tail end of these cars and spin it off track. Chromedix doing well though. So just this final turn to go. Again, this one tightens up on the exit. Easy to get this one wide and run it onto the AstroTurf. Slows you right down. Chromedix has actually got the fastest lap at the qualifying in a minute, but he is going to come in and do a fresh set of tyres, so we don't quite get a full lap, but kind of get the idea. I've chucked that up. So, Chromedix has put in a 136.9 then. 3 minutes left of quali. I'm not sure if it's 20 minutes actually. We'll find out when it runs over the 15 minutes, I suppose. Ultimate Pot then has put in a 137.0 as well, so that puts him up into second. Why do you do that? Change camera. Chabu into third then. There we go. Chabu in third then with 137.3 as well. The Motorsport on a 137.4. Popped himself up into 5th with a 137.6. Buddy now 6th, 137.7. Bobby in 7th. So left the lobby and come back, but he does hold that time from the previous stint, so holds on to that 7th position. Bobby rocking all the sponsors' livery on his car as well, by the look of it. A closer look, you don't get a great look from there. You get the Excite Energy, GT Amiga. He's got the TOR, yeah, he's got TOR on the back there. Good lad, he's got them all. So Bobby in 7th, then Chrissy Raz in 8th. Chrissy's put in a 1:37.8. 9th is Purcell, so gone up the field a little bit. He was at the back of the pack, 1:38.0 for Purcell. Silver Carter is on a 1:38.3 in 10th. For Shadow Realm is in 11th with a 1:38.8. Dangling Balls 12th, 1:39.0, and Diablo now in the pits. So Diablo needs to... Oh, Diablo's left the room. That's not right, Diablo. So Jambu then, he's put in a Stormer, 1:36.3. So it takes that pole position off of Chrome Dix. We've just got to make some aircon manoeuvres. Starting to heat up in this little room of mine. There we go. Pop the window, that's the one. Yeah, so Jambu with that 1:36.3 then. That's going to stick him on pole position at the minute. About 30 seconds left of this quali, unless it's 20 minutes. Yeah, I would have a few more screens up usually. I'd have my phone running and obviously the computer and the TV that I actually watch the stream on, but yeah, it's all gone. Just my TV and PlayStation, that's all I've got left. So holds on to that P1 then. Chrome Dix still P2. Pop pushed down into P3 with Jambu's fast lap. Looks like he's coming in for tyres, Potter. He's coasting, maybe practicing 1 or 2 starts. MRC Buddy then in 4th on that 1:37.3, just getting in that quickest lap on lap 9 there. Losing the tail end through turn 1. You might see 1 or 2 more like that. Diablo now then piled himself into the barriers. He's currently sitting in 5th. No time on the board though, so yeah, he did leave and come back. He holds on to that 5th. RV Motorsports 6th then, 1:37.4. Purcell in 7th. Pav in 8th, 1:37.6. MRC Bobby 1:37.7 in 8th. Chrissy Raz 9th, 1:37.8. Silver Carter 1:38.3. Shadow Realm 1:38.7. Yeah, looking like it's 15 minutes. Most of these drivers have pulled over. Dangly Balls on 1:39.0. Ultimate Pot then, just setting grid order and all that sort of stuff. So just make sure everyone's sort of not putting in any more sneaky laps at the end of quali. If burn prime was here right now, you'd be hearing burnouts and the like. Pits in a minute. Chrome Dix just being released. Everyone being very respectful. What's going on? Oh, there we go. Who's that? 6th place. Pav. A little bit of smoke off Pav's rear wheels. That's good. A couple of practice starts for Pav as well. So we've got MRC Buddy just ghosting out. He's nipped off to go and relieve himself before this 50-minuter. I don't blame him either. Robbie Host just doing the same thing as well. couple of minutes, we'll get this race underway. Say, let's see how they gotta get on into turn 1. Hopefully we don't get any contact through there, people keep it on track. Well, everyone's nipped for it. And then he swore then. I'm going to roll myself a cigarette. Because I'm here for the long haul as well. Tony, I thought you were Lewis Cross. I don't know who Lewis Cross is, but that's not him. Potter then, back in the seats. So Potter's actually got to get himself. Now he's left the lobby and come back. He's or left the actual racetrack and gone to the pits and come back. He's got to get himself through the first sector for his time to register. I nearly made that mistake myself a couple of weeks ago in a race. I qualified second. Decided to go in the pits and have a bit of a jiggle with tyres and stuff, and came out of the pits and everyone was like, "No, no, go! Get yourself across the flipping timing line, the first sector line. Otherwise it doesn't register," and you started flipping back. So yeah, I had to put the hammer down and get through the first sector pretty damn quick. Thrown it all away. Ended up winning that race as well, so I was happy with that. So you may start to see the burnouts happen then. A few minutes of sitting around and the boys do get a little bit restless. There's Pav in the background, look, going for the old drifter Tron. Where's he gone? There he is. So, change the roof settings, but practice endurance. Why didn't just change it straight to race? I don't know. But now he's going to have to set the grid order by himself rather than fastest first, unless it still allows it to be set up like that. So no then, looks like it won't register. Evening people, how you all doing? 9 watchers. Yeah, so Potter quite accidentally kicking everyone out of the lobby, and he's just got to set the grid order himself now, rather than going fastest first, which is kind of a one button press, start race, away you go. Now he's got to pick everyone and everyone and put them in their places. Oh, okay. So we don't know who Lewis Cross is either then. Diablo then, getting up at the crack of dawn to come and race with us. Brits, he must be mental. Well, he's Australian. It says a lot. Love you, Diablo. My crazy Australian counterpart. Baggy, evening mate, how you getting on? I know you've been through the ringer this week. Okay, got Shadow Realm going backwards. Looks like he might be backing up to get a bit of a test run into the next turn, or is he just practicing his starts? Just in reverse. Someone's doing burnouts though. Here we go, Chrissy Raz. Absolutely devastated those rears, look. nothing left. She's up into 6th gear as well, giving it full beans. This is not like you, Chris. This is more like MRC Bobby or NGR Gr3 to be doing this kind of thing. But yeah, we'll stay watching it for a minute. So Pav just coming out of the pits then. I guarantee Chrissy Raz, if she tries to even drive off in that car, it'll start sliding sideways. There you go. Everyone else keeping it respectful. Even MRC Bobby, like I say, no. Even MRC Bobby's not giving it donuts on the line. Sixth gear burnout, that's what we like. That's what we like, Chrissy. I am in the crowd. Alright, we'll look out for you, Anna. You'll have to tell us kind of whereabouts in the crowd. No, that's not what I'm saying, Chrissy. I'm just saying it's not like you. I would expect it from Gr3 or Bobby, but Chrissy Raz doing 6th gear donuts. So into this 50-minute enduro then. Who's going to take the lead after the full length of this race? Jambu then sticking himself on pole position. Chrome Dix 2nd. Bottom of pot 3rd. MRC Buddy 4th. Diablo 5th. RV Motorsports in 6th. So we're watching for those lights. What looks like the big block of Lego at the top there. So they're all on red. We're waiting for them to drop to green, and they're away. It's a good start by everyone. We've got MRC Bobby peeling over to the right hand side of the track to try and make his way through some of those drivers. So Jambu leads into turn 1. Let's go and have a look, just see what's happening. Chrissy Raz running a little bit wide, kept it on track though. So everyone keeping it clean through turn 1, that's good to see. That's usually where the chaos ensues. So Jambu takes the lead then. He's holding the lead off the line. Chrome Dix holds 2nd, RV Motorsport 3rd. Bottom of pot 4th. MRC Bobby in 5th then, so Bobby having a good start. Piling the pressure on MRC Buddy then. Oh, sorry, that's Diablo in the background, piling pressure on Buddy. So Buddy in 6th, Diablo 7th. Oh, Chrissy Raz has been caught in an incident. Diablo in 7th, Personal 8th, Silver Carton 9th. Pav in 10th, MRC Dagley Ball in 11th, Shadow Realm. Looks like there's a coming together between Chrissy Raz and Shadow Realm. A little bit of front end damage on Shadow Realm's car, shouldn't be too bad. Chrissy Raz picking up no damage, that's good. Usually Chrissy Raz ends up in the wall with all sorts of broken things. Luckily, no damage, but put herself a little bit back off the pace at the minute with that contact with Shadow Realm. See whether Shadow Realm comes in and gets that repaired. Well, we've been talking. Chrome Dix has taken the lead from Jambu, and he's got a bit of a gap as well. 0.8 of a second over Jambu. I would say this kid is only 13, he's smashing it at the minute. Oh, you're in the VIP section. That's where you are, Anna. Right, we'll look out for you. So Bobby then coming under pressure from RV Motorsport, just getting his nose down the inside there. Bobby has the better run out the corner though. No need to apologise, Chrissy Raz racing is racing. SLDR 75, shout out to Shadow Realm. Let's go and have a look at your mate. Where is he? Papa, he's down in 13th at the minute. Unfortunately, he got into a little bit of contact with Chrissy Raz. Unfortunately, losing out to Chrissy now, and at the back of the pack in 13th. So back up to race leader Chrome Dix then, coming through these last few turns on lap 2. Still holding that healthy lead, 1.1 second. Racing soft tyre is Chrome Dix. Like I say, only 13 years old, this kid. say, sorry Baggy, I missed your message, mate. Yeah, race started. I will read it. I'll just get some last minute practice before tomorrow. Should be fun. Yes, it should. I will chat about that at the end of this race. So Jambu then, under pressure from MRC Bobby. Jambu out on the medium tyres, so slightly better wearing than the slower tyre. Bobby then slowly catching up with Jambu as they head down this long straight on Motorsports, only 0.6 of a second back, so he'll be gaining a bit of a tow, as will Potter and Pop in 5th. MRC Bobby in 6th. We get back to Diablo, possibly picking up a tiny bit of tow. And a big gap back to 46, 3 seconds already, 2.8. I don't think anyone's going to be in that Peugeot. So Pav having a little race of his own in a minute. He's got a couple of seconds either side of him. So Carter in 9th, Purcell in 10th. MRC Bleeding Eyes in 11th. Raz only 5 seconds back actually, so not that far. A bit of work to do to try and catch up to the back end of Dangling Balls. But, she's got nothing to worry about from behind, so she can just concentrate on trying to close that gap up in front. Shadow Realm, looks like he'd been off track, picked up a penalty. He's still holding that front end damage. Doesn't look like he's going to get that repaired. Just be affecting him a little bit on those long straights, I think. Top end wise. So Chromedix then pulling a 2.6 second lead currently. Bobby has managed to get himself past Purcell, as has RV Motorsport. So Bobby up into second then, 2.7. He's got to try and make up on Chromedix in front. Motorsport in third. Racing softs for the majority of these top drivers, except Jambu out the minute, who's out on the mediums. Potter Pop just about to come under pressure from MRC Buddy for that 5th position. Potter Pop's trying the mediums as well. He's holding his own at the minute with those. Half a second back from Jambu now. He's got MRC Buddy half a second back as well. Diablo losing another 2/10 on that lap. So down to 1.3 seconds, it was 1.1. Pav now 2.8 back. Where's Diablo going? Has kept it back on track. He might pick up a penalty for that. Doesn't, gets away with it. Pav still 2.9 seconds back now from Diablo. Gaining time over Silver Carter in 9th. Now 4.4 seconds back. Under pressure from Purcell, 288 as well for that position. Dangling Balls closing up on this pair as well. Christy Raz pulled in a second. She was 5.7 back, now 4.2. Out on the mediums as well, so smashing those mediums, making them work. Picked up a little bit of a penalty though, so she's got to drop that. Shadow Realm now 16.8 seconds back. Also out on the racing mediums, so possibly qualifying in on the softs or practicing on the softs, and then just getting caught out with those mediums, which aren't quite as grippy. You can see he ran it wide into that fast braking zone. So back up to Chromedix, still got 2.5 seconds over MRC Bobby. So both these Z4 drivers in P1 and P2. Nice, cheers Baggy, appreciated that mate. Cliche evening my friend, how you doing brother? So RV Motorsports just holding on to 3rd at the minute. Jambu is piling the pressure on him though. Potter McPot just hanging on to that 5th at the minute with those mediums. Buddy on the soft, been putting a bit of pressure on him. Potter McPot not doing a bad job on those mediums actually. Purcell not doing too bad a job either. Sorry, Jambu. Diablo there, so Diablo then 2.5 seconds back, so losing time to the top 6 drivers is Diablo. Managed to keep that gap from Pav though, 2.7 seconds. Pull more time over Silver Carter. Silver Carter in 9th, 6 seconds back from Pav. Purcell 10th, only 1.1 back, 1.2. Dangly Balls 1.6 back. Chrissy Raz now pull right back up. So Chrissy Raz now 1.8 seconds back from Dangly Balls. Still got a little bit of penalty to lose. Yes, mate, I'm all good. I'm all good. I nearly lost my mind with my PC this week, but other than that, I'm all good. Yeah, and poor Shadow Realm getting caught up in a bit of trouble at the start. So her and Chrissy Raz ended up at the back of the pack. And Shadow Realm, I just think he's struggled a little bit at this track. Chrissy Raz, on the other hand, has managed to push away forward, now piling all sorts of pressure on Dangly Balls for that 11th. Like I say, it's a 50-minute enduro, so plenty of time to go. All sorts of things could happen before the end of this race. Chrome Dix out front, although his tyres are looking a little bit beaten up on lap 6. He has got 3.3 second lead, 3.4 second lead now over MRC Bobby. No, it's not me. No, there's a big hole where my PC used to be, and it's gone off to get launched into it. I don't know. No, I've sent it away to try and get fixed. So hopefully in a couple of days it'll be up and running without the gremlin living in it. It's had a full wipe, mate. The hard drive's been ripped out and formatted. And it's still blue screens. It's still blue screens. I just don't even know. MRC Bobby though coming under increased pressure from RV Motorsport for that second position, pulling Jambu with him. Oh, RV Motorsport, he's just spun out coming through that turn. Just caught that as the camera changed, so lost a lot of positions down in 6th position now. Coming under pressure from Diablo. Yeah, those last couple of corners just can catch you out. Slightly off camber. Oh, Diablo nearly losing it as well on the last turn. Kept it on track though. Yeah, these rear-wheel drive cars. A bit sketchy on the old exits of the turns when you're trying to put the power down, especially if you've got absolutely worn out tyres like Chrome Dix. Like I say, for 13 years old, this kid is smashing it at the minute. You can just see the gap he's got between himself and MRC Bobby already. Okay, Bobby's tyres are looking in a lot better state. But Bobby is also holding a big chunk of penalty. Chrome Dix doing a similar job on fuel to Bob as well. Bob actually used a little bit more fuel than Chrome Dix. Jambu though putting all sorts of pressure on Bob, almost getting down the side there. Pot in 4th, managed to fend off MRC Buddy for a good few laps now. RV Motorsport after that little off-track action now in 6th position. He's got to worry about Diablo 1.4 seconds back. That just gives Diablo someone to hunt down. Yeah, man, I know. But I'm over it now. It's been sent off. I can't even look at it and like abuse it anymore. So that's good for my mental health at the minute. Diablo 7th then. Pav losing a bit more time to Diablo 3.5. Although, like I say, he's out on the medium tyre. Possibly looking to run a completely different strategy to the other drivers out there. Pot in the same car on the also out on the mediums is. Giving it a good old smashing at the front at the minute. So we'll just flick between Pav and Potter in a second and see the difference in fuel and tyre wear on the same car. I'll just flick through those. Silver Carter in 9th. Purzel in 10th, putting the pressure on him. Chrissy Raz managed to get past Dangly Balls now. Only 1.3 seconds back from Purzel. So a 10th down there, but Purzel is getting a bit of a tow from Silver Carter in front. So Dangly Balls down in 10th. It does look like there's a move going in front. Purzel looking to make a move on Silver Carter for that position as they head into turn 1. He's got the inside line as well. Great bit of driving through that turn. No contact between those two drivers. Purzel making his way up into 9th then. Silver Carter 10th, Chrissy Raz in 11th. Right on that fight now. Dangly Balls 10th. Shadow Realm just coming in the pits. So he's had a damage repaired. He's gone for 3 next set of tyres. And a big glug of fuel as well. So back up to the race. Oh, I was going to flick between Potter. So let's have a look. Potter's mediums. They're looking pretty good. Oh. He's lost the traction through there though. Unfortunately, Buddy's not been able to take advantage of that. Potter and Pot, you can see just not quite as grippy that tail end. Done well to keep it in a straight line. So yeah, his tyre's not looking too bad, just holding slightly over half a tank. Just going to have a look at PAV 46. So his tyre's looking a bit more worn, and he's used a fair old chunk more fuel as well. So no, it's the same car, same tyre strategy. It plays out differently, but Chrome Dick's in the pits now then. He's racing soft, hard, absolutely battered. He's taking on board fuel as well, yes he is. So he's back out on a set of racing hards. You have to use all three compounds in the Enduros. So he comes out the hards, possibly looking to just get those on and get those off ASAP. So that just allows Jambu to come through and take the lead. Potter McPot in second, still being hounded by MRC Buddy though. So we'll see what sort of strategy people are playing out when they start diving into the pit. So Jambu on mediums, Potter on mediums, Buddy on softs. He's not doing too bad on those, managing to keep up with those drivers on the mediums, even though he's got worn out softs. We'll just start to see him lose a little bit if he carries on. So Diablo currently up into fourth, yet to pit as well. Chrome Dick's back out the pits in fifth, fresh set of racing hards. He only took on a little chunk of fuel actually, the Chrome Dicks. So he probably realised he didn't need to fuel this stop and stop that early. So he's in fifth, looking to close down on Diablo and fight his way to the front again. PAV 46 is up into sixth position. Again, those mediums are not looking too bad at all. RV Motorsport been in the pits, fresh set of racing hards, no fuel. Bobby for a fresh set of racing mediums. He has taken on board fuel, so looking to run long then, Bob. See how that plays out for him later. So Purcell. He's out on the racing hards. He's holding a bit of rear end damage actually, Purcell. I'll be considering getting rid of those hards. Possibly about 5 minutes ago. Into ninth at the minute. Oh, Silver Carter's run himself massively deep through there. So losing the position. Chrissy Raz just sweeping through and taking that position off him. Now we've got dangly balls, only 0.8 of a second back from Silver Carter. So can he close up on Silver Carter and put the pressure on him? Oh, he's running. Oh, I thought he was going to run it off track there. Slid it around that corner. And F4 Shadow Realm, after his off-track action, now 37, nearly 38 seconds down. It's good to see that he sticks with it. It's all practice after all, and it's all points on the board. You never know what's happening up the other end of the track. So it's good to stick with it. You could still make positions up if people quit or crash or whatever. Has been known. So Jambu out front then, racing mediums. 0.6 of a second gap over Potter McPot currently. These drivers sticking it out. The long stint. Potter McPot doing anything he can to try and drop the toe from MRC Buddy whilst trying to stay in the toe of Jambu in front. I'll tell you what. 1 minute it lets me change the camera, and the next minute it doesn't. Look, stop it. That's why. Well, that's off. But anyway, so we'll just go on board with Buddy as he looks to try and close down or keep with Potter McPot and Jambu in front. He has lost a bit of time there while I'll be messing about the cameras. Like I say, he's out on a absolutely worn out set of racing softs. He does close up on those drivers under braking. You've just got to be so careful on the gas coming out of these corners though with those worn out tyres. But absolutely nothing in it between Potter and Jambu at the minute up front. Let's see, Potter just almost losing that BMW there. drivers come in this lap. I see Buddy's doing a damn good job holding on to this Aston Martin with these tyres. So you might see one or two of these drivers come in then, or are they faking it? Right, so Jambu comes in, Potter stays out, Buddy stays out. He decides he'd rather stick in the toe of Potter McPot. Hard on the brakes into that turn, closing up on Potter. Potter losing the tail end of that BMW again. So Kromnick's back up into third then, so when Buddy and Potter pit, that should promote him back up into P1. So out the halves for the second stint is Kromnick's. Diablo running a bit deep through there. Diablo in fourth then, yet to pit. He's gone on the racing mediums, picks up half a second penalty for that little off-track action there. MRC Bobby in fifth. He's got a little bit of a penalty as well. He's got 3.5 seconds to try and make up on. He's closed that gap down a little bit on Diablo in front. Motorsport about 2.5 seconds back as well. Motorsport's in sixth. Jambu 7th, 4 seconds back. So he's come out on another set of hards actually as Jambu. Doing that myself, but each to their own. Unless it's an absolute mistake he's made and he's put a second set of hards on. If that's the case, you might see him chuck himself back in the pits this lap. So let's just see if that is the case. Or so Potter and Buddy come in the pits then. Should allow Kromnick to come through and take P1 back off of them. Yes, it does. So no, it wasn't a mistake by Jambu. Looks like he picked those hard tyres on purpose. So I'd have gone for a set of mediums or softs, but yeah. So Kromnick's then back out front. He's on those hard tyres. Just he's got about a third of a tank. He's got 5.3 seconds over Bobby in second. Bobby's still holding a bit of a penalty. He's out of the mediums. A little bit more fuel than Kromnick's. Bobby's only got the hard tyre left to play with. Potter out on the hards as well, so he's got the softs left. Kromnick's on the medium, so these drivers could all close back up. At the end of this race, so Potter in third then, Jambu fourth. So Jambu on those hards has managed to run really long, get himself into fourth place. MRC Buddy then pushed down into fifth. Buddy's out on the racing medium, so it's a slightly faster tyre. You can see he's just able to turn that car a little bit easier than Jambu in front. Slightly more grip on that Aston than there is on the Ferrari. And just in the background there, we've got RV Motorsport slowly closing in on these drivers in front. He's also gone for a fresh set of hards. Took on board fuel actually. Chrissy Raz out of a worn set of mediums in 7th position at the minute, not too bad. 6 seconds gap to RV Motorsport, and she's got Pav only 1.6 seconds back. Pav out on a fresh set of hards. So does Chrissy Raz pit? She's going to stick it out. She's going to stick it out. So Pav out on the hards then. In 8th position, 1.3 seconds back now. Diablo in 9th, 4 seconds back. 10th, 4 seconds back. So then, racing mediums. So he's currently sitting in 11th position, just putting in his fastest lap of the race, actually 1:39.9. In 12th and 9 seconds back now on those fresh set of racing mediums, and then Shadow Realm in the background on the hards. A little bit of a penalty he's got to lose, but only 19.5 seconds back now. So it was about 37 seconds. Closing in on dangling balls slowly. Kromnick's actually holding the fastest lap of the race at the minute, 1:37.3 dead. second to MRC Bobby behind. Again, he is on the hard tyre, Bobby on the mediums. Bottom pot 4.2 seconds back, so he's also out on the hard tyre. So Chromedix has got the mediums left to play with. Bobby's only got the hards left to play with, and Potter Pot's got the softs. Don't know how many laps you can get out of a set of softs. It's not that many, about 8 or 9 possibly. In the background, NRC Buddy has got himself back past Jambu. So those hard tyres just not quite fast enough. Buddy in front on the mediums, just able to get past him. Pulled a little bit of a gap at the minute as well, 0.8 of a second. Looking to extend that. Get out of the danger zone off an attack from Jambu behind. Just pulled another 10th through there, another 2 tenths in fact. So just losing a bit of time on those hards, Jambu. RV Motorsport in the background in 6th. He's also out on the hards. 2 seconds back from Jambu currently. About 46, 7.5 seconds down in 7th. Diablo's 3.5 back. Purcell now 9.5 back. Chris Uraz has just come in the pits, so Dangly Ball's in 10th. Yeah, Chris Uraz out the pits then for a set of racing softs. She's got to try and get away past Dangling Balls all over again. Tank of gas Chris is gone as well on those racing softs. I don't know whether the tyres will last. I don't think they won't last a full tank for sure. Go CRT, the Dutch duo. Where are the CRT boys? Unfortunately, we've got F4 Shadow Realm at the back of the pack. Caught up in an incident at the beginning of the race, so we have to come in and get some damage repaired. And where's the rest of your boys? RV Motorsport is currently sitting in 6th position. So not having a bad race is RV Motorsport. It's just those two for you. CRT boys, I believe. So back up to Chromedix then. 13-year-old wonder kid, still holding that 4.6 second lead over MRC Bobby. Both drivers in the Z4 seem to be a popular choice, very stable. The same car Potter and Pot won the championship with last season. Did he win the championship or second? I can't remember. Did have the Z4. Time to Chromedix through those last couple of corners. Then 5.8 seconds back. A bit of work for Potter to do. MRC Buddy's closed back up on Potter actually. So possibly Potter had a little bit of off-track action. Just struggling on those hards. Drifting that BMW out the final turn there. Just little mistakes like that that were allowing MRC Buddy to close in. 5 seconds to try and make up. Jambu 5th then on those hards in the Ferrari. Just lost a bit more time to MRC Buddy. So I would hope at some point he's going to stick a set of softs on and go for a bit of a blast around. I'm sure there's not too much fun in those hards. So Pav losing a bit more time then on those. He's also out on the hards, so struggling a little bit, Pav. Just got to worry about Diablo, who's also out on the hards actually, so not come under too much of an attack. Then 8th position, 10 seconds back. Bit of rear end damage for Purcell in the Burkhardt Ferrari. You've got my Facebook and all the rest of it. So yeah, give me a shout on there if you want one. Send me the link. Chrissy Raz in 10th then, so I'll just bypass straight past RV Motorsport. So RV in 9th at the minute, so Chromedix comes in for his second stop. That just allows Bobby through. So RV in 9th then, Chrissy Raz, a bit of a penalty for Chrissy Raz at the minute out on those softs. Got herself past MRC Dangly Balls, 4.1 seconds back from RV Motorsport. Like I say, on the softer tyre, so that gap should come down pretty rapidly, both in the same car. Tuning is allowed in this series, so cars might be set up slightly differently. Gaining a 10th though, Chrissy, down to 4 seconds. Come back and check on that. So Dangly Balls 11th, then Silver Carter 12th. Yeah, Silver Carter's lost a bit of time. Shadow Realm's closing in on him. 7.9 seconds that gap. So we'll see what happens between Silver Carter and Shadow Realm. Still got 20 minutes left of this race, so plenty of time to for things to change. So MRC Bobby then out on those mediums. He chucks himself into P1 through Chromedix's pit stop. 4.4 second lead he's currently got over Potomac Pot. Potomac Pot has actually managed to make a little bit of a break from MRC Buddy. Not enough to be comfortable. So Pot is on the hard tyres, MRC Buddy is on the mediums. Be able to close up with MRC Buddy. Whether he'll be able to actually get past the bottom of the pot is another story. Jumping 2.9 seconds back now. Chromedix back out the pits on the racing medium, so looking towards the end of the race on those now. He's got 1.6 seconds to try and make up on Jambu at the minute, 1.7. He's 9 seconds back from race leader MRC Bobby. In 6th, 12 seconds back, so yeah, Diablo has closed up. He's gained 2 seconds through the last couple of laps actually. Diablo, there's a 4 second gap, but he's now down to 2. There's another 2 tenths there as well for Diablo. So Perzel 8th then, racing mediums, not looking too bad. RV Motorsport's pretty close to him, no 3/4 of a second. Closing in as well on Perzel in front. See if he can dive down the inside into this hairpin. I don't think he's quite close enough. Half a second back. On the tail of the driver in front coming down there. Perzel though drifting that Ferrari out of the exit. RV Motorsports gain a slight advantage through there. So closes right up onto Perzel through those last couple of corners. He needs to think about sticking with him around this final turn and get a good run out of here to try and take the place off him. It's not a bad run. 0.4 of a second in it. Ferrari just able to pull away a little bit. Now the slipstream starts to come into effect. RV Motorsport begins to slowly close in on Perzel in front. The gap down to 0.3 of a second. He chucks himself out wide, maybe a little bit too early. Now chucks himself over to the racing line while Perzel goes defensive. Goes for the switchback, not quite able to do it. Perzel holds on to 8th then. RV Motorsport has to stick in 9th position. So a good battle brewing here between these two. Let's go and see what's happening at the front. So Bobby then on those battered racing mediums, about out of fuel as well, so we should see him come in this lap. He's lost lost a bit of time to Potter actually. Potter's only 2.3 seconds back. MRC Buddy's still right there with him. But it's on those mediums. He might be looking to run a bit longer than Potter and Bobby. No, Potter, I think Potter's going to run a bit longer on these hards, maybe. So Bobby looks like he's going to come into the pits, or is he faking it? No, he comes in now then. Pop stays out on those hards. MRC Buddy sticks with him down that start-finish straight. Goes for a little bit of a move down the inside into turn one. Out breaks Potter McPot. Takes the lead of the race. MRC Buddy has been looking for that move. A couple of laps. It's finally paid off for him. Up into P1 then for MRC Buddy. He has got Potter McPot still nose in front, but that wasn't the case. Side by side still through that awkward corner. MRC Buddy winning out in the end though. A bit of a flash of the lights from Potter McPot trying to put MRC Buddy off. Oh, Potter McPot's drifting that BMW, losing a lot of time to MRC Buddy then. So that gap now extended to 1.8 seconds. That probably extends to 2 seconds by the time they get down to this little chicane at the bottom here, 2.1. So kept it clean and tidy all race, and MRC Buddy comes through. He just puts the gas down a little bit early, loses the tail end of that BMW, loses a lot of time as well. So Chromedix is slowly closing up on him in third as well. 4.3 seconds the gap. Jambu right behind him. He's still out on those hards though, so Chromedix has managed to get past him pretty damn quick. So, Potter versus Chromedix. Potter holding that little bit of a penalty, although he's coming in the pits. He's going to chuck those hard tyres off, get his final set of softs on, and he's going to run 15 minutes to the end of the race on those softs. So MRC Buddy's still got to come in for a set of hards, I believe. Chromedix is running to the end. Whether he has to come in for a bit of a splash and dash, we'll have to wait and see. He's got a quarter of a tank on board at the minute. Starting to hot up come the end of this race. Potter McPot's got 15 minutes to try and make up some positions. So Jambu back up into third then, rolling around on those hards. He's not far off running out of fuel though. Potter McPot in fourth. Time to catch up, so he's 17 seconds back from the leader. He's got past MRC Bobby as well, so Bobby is 2 seconds back, holding a chunk of penalty as well for Bob. RV Motorsport in 6th then, 11 seconds down from Bob. I think he stopped for his final stint as well. Chrissy Raz 7th. Those racing softs looking a little bit worn out. I think that's your final set of tyres, is it, Chrissy? Diablo's only half a second back. He's out on a fresh set of racing softs, so he's piling all sorts of pressure on Chrissy Raz as they come down the hill towards this hairpin. So take cockpit view with Diablo as he looks to get that 7th position off of Chrissy Raz. You may see Chrissy Raz dive in the pits if that's not her final set of tyres. So Diablo in 8th then, trying to get a good run out of this final turn. He does. Chrissy Raz has been compromised a little bit. Diablo's just sticks in the slipstream. Chrissy Raz rocking the sticker underneath the spoiler there. Thank you very much, Chrissy. Diablo getting past, nice, well, not quite yet. So Chrissy Raz going defensive, Diablo going for the out-braking manoeuvre. I'm going to have to change camera so I can see what's going on. But down the outside for MRC, for Diablo. Chrissy Raz then having to slot into 8th position. So those fresh set of racing softs working wonders for Diablo at the minute. Chrissy Raz struggling on those worn-out sets. That could be all that's in this race, is a worn out set of tyres. 46 then in 9th, 6 seconds back from Chrissy. bit of time as well. So Chrissy really starting to struggle on those worn out softs then. You can see quite wide through that hairpin. So Pav then 5 seconds back. Purcell losing a bit more time. He's now 12.4, 12.5 seconds back in 10th. So Dagny Ball 11th. So he's got his final set of racing softs on. Running to the end on those. Silver Carter also fresh set of racing softs. Shadow Realm as well. That's still quite a bit of a penalty actually, Shadow Realm. Not sure whether he's had one all race. So Chromedix then. He's managed to get up past MRC Buddy, taking the lead of this race again, and rightly so. He had a good 6 second lead before the pit stop started. MRC Buddy currently holding on to second on those worn set of mediums. Potter McPot third. So he's closed in on Chromedix and MRC Buddy in front. He's got 11 seconds race leader, it was 19. He's out on those fresh set of racing softs, so he put absolutely everything into this last few laps now. Try and close that gap up. So Buddy and Chromedix were pretty close together there. Let's go for a bit of, not that one, let's go for that one. So we'll go on roof cam for Chromedix, looking back at MRC Buddy, trying to close that gap up. See if we can see Potter McPot in the background anywhere. He's still, I think he's about 10 seconds back still. Although he would have closed up on those last few corners. MRC Buddy looks like he's actually losing a bit of time to Chromedix now. Gap 0.9 of a second. Chromedix comes in then, so just coming for his final stint. MRC Buddy comes in as well. That should allow Potter McPot. Don't exit. That should allow Potter McPot to come through and take the lead, although like I say, Chromedix might only just be taking on a little splash of fuel. There he is coming out the pits. Does Potter take the lead of the race? So down the outside, he's gonna, whoa, side by side with Chromedix there as Chromedix came out the pits. Potter got the undercut, managed to sneak down the inside. Chromedix just getting it a bit deep into turn one. So, did Chromedix take on board tyres? No, he didn't, just a splash of fuel, so he's still out on those worn set of mediums. Potter McPot, on the other hand, a reasonably fresh set of racing softs. So a lot of work for Chromedix to do if he's going to stick with Potter, or at least try and put any kind of move on him. Time. Potter's got 0.8 of a second at the minute. See if he can start pulling away in this little wiggly section at the back. He's got the gap up to a second already. If he pulls a 10th back, Potter pulls another 2 tenths off of him though straight away. Yeah, the soft tyres really starting to help Potter McPot just ease away from Chromedix now. 1.6 second the gap. So Chromedix just starting to struggle on those racing mediums. Obviously with Potter getting past him, he's now probably trying just that little bit harder to try and catch up with Potter, or, you know, not let him get away so much, but he's going to compromise him more. So 8 minutes left of this one. Potter McPot just taking the lead from Chromedix due to the different strategies. Potter out on the fresher set of racing softs. So he's got 2 seconds over Chromedix currently. Out on those worn set of mediums. So Jambu 5.5 seconds back. He's out on nearly losing the tail end of that Ferrari there. Holding on to third at the minute. MRC Buddy in fourth. So Buddy's coming for his last stop out on the racing hards. Bobby in fifth then. So he's out on the racing hards for his final stint. Diablo 6, RV Motorsport in 7th. So Diablo's fresh tyres coming into effect there as well, managing to get past Chrissy Raz and, Pav and RV Motorsport. So Pav 5 seconds back from RV in 8th. Big old gap back to Purcell in 9th. Raz in 10th, actually closing up on Purcell in front, 0.8 of a second. So she has actually been in, coming for a fresh set of racing hards, but that might not help her against Purcell's racing softs, which are pretty fresh as well. And if he has smashed the rear end of that car into bits. So Chrissy Raz in 10th then, yeah, losing a bit more time to Purcell in front. Dangly Ball in 11th. 6.7 seconds back from Chrissy Raz now, so it doesn't look like he's under a lot of threat from behind. Silver Carter 12 seconds down. Little chunk of penalty, and F4 Shadow Realm now 15.6 seconds back. Still holding a bit of penalty. Yeah, it's good to see that Shadow Realm sticks with it. A lot of people, when they get to this sort of position in a race, they would just quit or sit in the pits, but yeah, it's good to see Shadow Realm sticking this one out. Like I say, if you're new to the game or whatever, it is all practice regardless of how well you're doing. Pot then extending his lead from Chromedix, 4.2 seconds he's got now. Just under 6 minutes remaining on the clock. Chromedix then holding on to that second. Jambu is slowly closing up on him though. He's had a reasonably fresh set of racing softs. 2.5 seconds the gap between Chromedix and Jambu. Buddy losing time then due to those hard tyres. Just got to be careful he doesn't get attacked by Bobby, although Bobby's on the hards behind. Diablo on those softs though, he might be able to make a bit of a move on Bobby. He's got 6.3 seconds to try and make up. He's got 5 minutes to try and do it, so a lot of work to do, but it is possible. So RV Motorsport 2.7 seconds back from Diablo. So he's on our one set of racing mediums. Yeah, he's got to be careful he doesn't get attacked from behind by Pav. Only 3.3 seconds back now on the worn out set of softs, but he is closing in on RV Motorsport in front. Just under 5 minutes left on the clock. So Purcell in 12.2 seconds. Chrissy Raz, yeah, losing a bit more time than Chrissy. Hard tyres not playing out well at the end of this race. Dangly Ball's only 4 seconds back as well. He's on a fresh set of racing soft, so Chrissy may come under a bit of attack from behind from Dangly Balls. Silver Carter then at 12th. A little bit of a penalty he's got to lose. He's having a bit of a race of his own at the minute. 14 seconds in front of Dangly Balls and 16 seconds back to this man, F4H Shadow Realm. He's trying to lose his penalty. Do we see Shadow Realm without a penalty? No. Not quite, not quite. So Potter McPot then extending his lead, now 7.1 seconds over Chromedix, looking comfortable for Potter at the minute. Chromedix on the other hand coming under some serious pressure from Jambu for that second position. So those racing mediums of Chromedix starting to cost him positions. Jambu then got a lot of life left in those racing softs. And he's right on the tail of Chromedix down here. He's even going to go for a move before they get to the pit wall. You know the Z4's quick. Chromedix is a good driver. Let's see who wins out in this fight. They are still side by side as they head up to turn 1. Jambu has just got his nose in front. Can he sweep round the outside? Does Chromedix turns in, then does Jambu go for the switch back on him? Oh, almost contact between those two drivers. Still side by side as they head down towards turn 2. Chromedix has just got the inside line, but Jambu just runs him around the outside with those soft tyres. So Jambu up into second then. Chromedix third. He's now got 6.7 seconds back to MRC Buddy. So 2.5 minutes remaining on the clock. MRC Bobby in 5th. Diablo in 6th. Still 3.6 seconds back. Taking a few tenths out of Bob, but nowhere near enough to get that position off him. So RV Motorsport's 7th then. He's coming under increased pressure from Pav. That gap down to a second between RV and Pav. So it could be on for 8th position, sorry, 7th position before the end of this race. 0.9 of a second between Pav and RV Motorsport then. Let's see if Pav can close right up before the final turn. RV running a bit deep there. Another 2/10 out for Pav. Oh, Pav. He thought he'd caught it, put his foot down again. You saw the tail stepped out twice there. He's stuck with it. He's not lost that much time to RV Motorsport in front. Still 0.6 of a second gap. See RV Motorsport trying to drop the toe of Pav in front. Pav closing up though. I don't think he's going to be able to get the move done into turn 1. A little bit too far back this time. RV Motorsport's run himself a bit deep there. That's allowed Pav to sneak through down the inside. Does RV get a decent run out? Not good enough to side by side it with Pav down the hill. So Pav sneaks himself up into 7th then. RV Motorsport. Right, I said Diablo. Pav in 7th then, RV Motorsport into 8th. Also rocking a great big darksmoka logo. Thank you very much, Pav. So let's have a quick run through the order. We've got 25 seconds left on the clock. Will Pot get another lap in? Not if he chucks his car sideways like that, he won't. He's lost a lot of time. 3.2 seconds to Jambu behind. So we've got 10 seconds left on the clock. Pot, if he holds on to this, which he looks comfortable to do. So that's it, we are into the final lap. Pot's going to come home and take the win. Great big handbrake. Jambu comes home, takes 2nd. Chromedix, unfortunately, just at the end of that race, losing 2 positions, coming home in 3rd place. Nothing bad though, still a good position. MRC Buddy comes home in 4th. Bobby's going to bring home 5th. Diablo did close him up, but not quite enough. Comes home in 6th position. Pav 46 in 7th, RV Motorsports in 8th. Right, so Purcell coming down, start, finish straight. He comes home in 9th. What's happened to Chrissy Raz? Ah, okay, Chrissy Raz. Oh, Chrissy Raz has finished in the back of the pack. Oh, Chrissy, what happened? Silver Carter comes home in 11th then. F4 Shadow Rome, although I thought he was going to end up at the back of the pack, he didn't. Chrissy Raz has picked up damage again. Ends up last place for Chrissy. Oh, that's a shame. Spun it. Oh, okay. Yeah, those racing hards, they're not great. It's a shame, Chrissy. So F4 Shadow Realm then, the last driver to come across the line. There, you see what I'm saying? I did say that, stick with it. He didn't know Chrissy Raz was going to spin out and smash into the wall. No offence, Chrissy. But he does gain a position and extra points on the board. So yeah, it's definitely worth sticking the races out. You never know what's happening. And it's good race etiquette as well to stick the race out. Don't just quit because you're losing, because you'll never learn anything. Never, ever. So that was round 5 of the Next Gen Racing Team versus Team event, hosted by myself, sponsored by Team Oliver Racing. I will end up putting links in the description to all the sim racing groups, to Team Oliver Racing. I'll put links in description to Adey Gee's channel because he's doing the pro-ams. Who else? I'll put links in the description to all the sponsors. And I'll put my Discord, I'll put my Twitter in there, and yeah, I'll put my PayPal in there as well. Why not? Why not? Instead of sending me love, you can send me money. How about that? I like that. So yeah, round 5 done and dusted. In fact, before I leave this stream, let's talk about tomorrow's race. Let me pull up that information now. So tomorrow we've got the P1 boys at it again for their Thursday league. This time they've gone for GR2s. So we've got, let's have a look. It's an 8-week event, 2 races a night. It's set up into teams again, so it's 3 teams of 5. It's going to be 9 o'clock start on Thursdays. This Thursday, as in tomorrow, being race 1. It's Group 2 cars. Let's have a look at the next picture. Yeah, so 5 drivers. 5 drivers in each team. We've got Team Nissan, Team Lexus, and Team Honda. There'll be a 15-minute quali followed by a 20-minute race. Grid start as well, full start on that one. A 5 or 10-minute break with another 20-minute reverse grid rolling start race. Always does seem to make race 2s a little bit better. There's points on offer for pole, obviously for race win as well, and wherever you come on track. So there's points on offer for pole position, fastest lap in both races, and 2 points on offer for driver of the day, and that's where you lot come in. I give my suggestions, you lot chuck out the answers, and you tell me who's driver of the day, and then they get the points the following week. The point system will be the same as usual for both driver and manufacturer's tables. If you can't make it, you don't need to read. I don't need to read that. I don't need to read that either. It's talking about connection issues. Right, so track listing. Week 1, Suzuka. Week 2 is Largo Maggiore, one of my favourites. Week 3 is Circuit de Saint Croix. Again, I like that track. Monza. Week 4, Tokyo East Outer Loop, sorry, which I recorded earlier on today. Concrete and Steel Hell, that one. Week 6 is Spa. Week 7 is Kyoto Driving Park, so that's Yamajiwa and Miyabi track. And week 8 is Le Sarthe. And if I just run through, so Team Nissan is got Rowell in it. Dizzy, Valium Rage, Luke Doherty, Scooby 555. Team Honda has got the Don Dotter, Reg GT rear wheel, P1 Baggy, and who's that? Manny Afik. He's a new driver. I don't know him. Probably that Tamas, is it? Who's just joined the group, I would probably thought. So in Team Lexus, we've got Dylan Curtin, NGR Burnfry, Mocking Weeks, Fizz Ruckus, and Dory. So that is all kicking off tomorrow night, 9 o'clock. 2 races, 15-minute quali, reverse grid for race 2. So GR2 cars, come and check that out. And then I think we're probably going to do the replay of Sunday's race that got cancelled, A, because my internet and my computer are crap, and B, because the championship contender also had internet issues, so they decided to be fair and call it. So we'll be racing that this Sunday. Potter, no problem, just give me a shout out on the stream. And then yes, midweek break for the minis. The season's over for it's the midweek break, sorry, mid-season break for the Chibit Racing Mini Cooper Cup. It is over for the Next Gen Racing Mini Challenge UK series on Tuesdays, unless the boys decide they're clucking and they need a fix, and they'll probably set up season 2 of that. And then yeah, mid-season break for this next week as well. So I've got a few days off, whoop-de-doo. And then it all kicks back off again the following week with the minis and this and Thursdays and Sundays. God damn, lots of stuff, things. So that is about it. I hope you've liked what you've watched. If you have, give it a like, give it a subscribe. If you want links in description, i.e. Perzel, Burgart thing, you know what I'm saying, then give me a shout and I'll chuck links in description. So yes, give it a like, give it a subscribe, tell your mates, tell your mum. My name's darksmoka. I'm out of here.